Roman Renaissance. Hitler heads south to harden his pact of softening steel. From the Brenner Pass, which links Germany and Italy through the Alps, his official train races to Rome for a high meeting of state. The Fuhrer controls all Europe. But after 4 years of war, his Axis partner, Italy, has sunk to the status of a satellite. Italy's dictator, Mussolini, and Italy's king, Victor Emmanuel III, greet their German overlord. All Rome is on dress parade. But behind the props of the black-shirted fascists, it is the brown-shirted Nazis who call the tune. Grandeur that was Rome, debased, mocked, to make an Axis holiday. After 2 decades of dictatorship, Mussolini's regime still retains its outward flamboyance and flashes a gaudy front to the world. But the foundations of fascism are crumbling. Its days are numbered. This is the twilight of an era. Across the blue waters of the Mediterranean, on the hot sands of newly won North Africa, Allied commanders dream, plan, perfect the design which will bring the Axis to its knees and bring Allied soldiers to the continent of Europe. Sicily is the stepping stone. General Montgomery will command the British troops, General Patton the Americans. The greatest convoy yet organized, almost 3,000 ships and landing craft, from ports stretched all the way east to Suez, all the way west to Gibraltar, will deliver the punch on which hangs the fate of the Italian Empire. In July 1943, the convoy puts to sea under the scrutiny of His Majesty, King George VI. 160,000 Allied soldiers move toward Sicily. No enemy action challenges the passage of the ships, but another and more awful hazard intervenes. In the path of the smooth-sailing convoy, a storm is making up. Unseasonable, unpredictable, threatening weather. It is too late to turn back. Land-loving troops sail into the tempest. convoy and its men weather the storm. Sicily, ancient fortress, forgotten kingdom, rugged island separated by a mere 2 to 12-mile strip of water from the Italian mainland. But it takes 6 weeks of vigorous fighting before Sicily falls, and the last prisoners from the broken ranks of the Axis call it quits. Wind, wave, weather ignore man's war. Again, nature lashes the Allied sailors, this time carrying Axis prisoners back to North Africa. Allied ships may founder, but of greater significance, fascism itself has foundered. From Genoa, from Spezia, the Italian fleet sails to its demise, sails to the island of Malta to surrender. The long, cruel naval battle for the Mediterranean is over. Tiny Malta, which has endured the worst of Axis lashings, ironically becomes the scene of Axis dissolution. It is September 1943. Italy signs an armistice. Mussolini has fallen. His successor, Field Marshal Badoglio, brings Italy over to the Allied side. But if the Axis is broken, the dominant half remains intact. The Germans turn Italy into an occupied country. Mussolini and his fascists are now the slaves of Hitler and his Nazis. From France and from the Balkans, the Germans send fresh troops into their new province of Italy. Their high command has calculated correctly. The next Allied blow will fall in the Gulf of Salerno, 185 miles northeast of Sicily, on the Italian coast. The attack comes, and the Germans are waiting. September 9th, 1943, exactly 4 years after the beginning of World War II. The United States Fifth Army and the British 10th Corps hit the Italian mainland, knocked the first hole into the fortress of Europe. Salerno is only 40 miles south of Naples, the greatest port in southern Europe. That is what the Allies are after. But first they must slug it out with the Germans. The Gulf of Salerno becomes the Gulf of Despair. Give close, continuous support to the soldiers. The invasion becomes a duel of cannon. Guns afloat against guns ashore. Bases, the German Luftwaffe throws everything it has against the invaders, hoping to smash the landings and pin down the Allies south of Naples. The beachhead, the Italian campaign, hovers in the balance.